Okay, Pollen, got your work up. All right, this is a gorgeous, just a gorgeous typographic composition. It works. It works. I was talking to another student about these phantom lines here. And that line right there is implied, and so is that line right there. So I don't even know if we need those. And it's not wrong to have them there. I think it's your call. It's strictly a designer's call. What I'm saying though is that line is implied anyways. So I'm just not sure if we need to reinforce it. Um, right now, I think it has this propensity to kind of box the word peace in. And as we know, that's not what Dalai Lama was about in this particular. I mean, it wasn't about this kind of restraining of anything. So, kind of to place these lines around peace is almost isolating it and restraining it. I hope that makes sense. It's a conceptual thing, as I said. Typographically, you've done nothing wrong. Conceptually, I think it's a little bit it's food for thought. Okay. The next thing I want to say about the cover is this: is that the cover is gorgeous, but right now I'm kind of getting this this keyhole effect where this gradient right here is closing down in on the typography, just right on top of it. So it almost looks like you're looking at the typography through through a little captain's pirate glass or whatever they call those little scopes. You know what I'm saying? So because the visual opening of this composition is right here. So it's kind of confining. So I'm feeling a little confined in this piece because the two reasons. Number one is that kind of scope effect. And the next thing is the fact that the word piece is kind of confined within these lines. Okay. Other than that, typographically, you're gorgeous. You've got some really nice alignment. Technically, I'm going to draw some guides here. Technically, you would maybe want to consider your alignment right around there, as opposed to pulling it all the way out to the end of that serif. And that's something that designers are continuously debating about. Okay. I don't think it belongs all the way in on that P, although that would be more beneficial than outside where the serif aligns. I think so. Try it. Let me know what you think. Again, that's personal preference. You've done absolutely nothing wrong at all. And then, of course, this side for visual, you would probably want to pull that. Well, see, that type does work. So you've got your left alignment over here is such that you're not following all the way to the end of the serif. However, your right alignment is that you are definitely aligning to the end of the serif. Okay, so that's just a little inconsistency there. Nothing major at all. Okay, then let's move to the back. The back is just gorgeous. There's no question. It's just gorgeous. Typographically, you're beautiful. Technically, using a serif typeface on a reversed type isn't usually recommended. In this case, I think you're okay. I would recommend though that you increase that tracking just a little bit, because at this distance right now we're starting to get some run on here, meaning that these letters are starting to kind of touch and become one, as opposed you can clearly see it right here with these words that aren't familiar. You can clearly see that you got some run on letters there, meaning that they're kind of looking like there's no real distance between the letter forms themselves. Okay, now again, I talked about this before, and we said, just wondering if, boy, your rags are just so even that I don't. It's just hard for me to tell. Are these justified? Um, with the last line aligned left? It's so hard to tell, Pollen. Let me know. Really difficult to tell. Timeline looks much better. Fantastic. Really great job there. Now, one thing I want to mention though is that you got this 3-column grid, right? So technically, your 3-column grid. Let me see something here. So you would have some natural alignment points, and I think you found one right there, which you kind of did, but I would move that over. So, or, somehow get something aligned with that, because right now it's not your 87, it's not your red line, and it's not your type. Conversely, over on this side here, that would be another natural place, assuming that that's going to be one of your grid lines. Depending on how this grid's out, I think your third grid line would be right around there. But that, of course, this would be a natural place for alignment right here. So think about how you're going to align to that and to that. And then, of course, the last alignment point. Well, you got that. You got that. Excellent. Good job. All right. So those would be my only comments. And of course, I'm really getting down to micro typography here, and micro, meaning we're really, really picking things apart at this point. So in terms of the work itself, it's just gorgeous. It was gorgeous 3 weeks ago. So fabulous job. Any questions at all, let me know. Thanks, Paula.